guys, this is my first YouTube video. What better time to do it than in this horrible crisis that we're in right now? But we will get through it. Time will tell. Time will get better and better. That's what I say about everything. I am Lori. I am going to be talking about my trip to Europe that I did last year in August and September of 2019. I need to get closer to this, but basically I'm just going to be sharing tips and tricks. Everybody, like all my friends and family and everybody asked me how I did it, and people think it's really hard, but it's really not. You just have to put your mind to it. It's all about mind over matter and manifesting everything that you're able to control. You are able to control your dreams, your goals. If you want to travel, you can do it. Like, it's all about manifesting and just growing your dreams. So I had this dream when I was 16. I wanted to travel and backpack Europe for about 3 months. I didn't travel for 3 months. I traveled for 2 months, but my dream was for 3 months. I had this dream. I grew it by working my butt off, saving all this money. I'm a very good saver. If you're not a good saver, just learn that it's all about mind over matter. So like, your mind is so powerful. If you don't want or don't need something, then make sure your mind says that. So you don't need 200 pair of shoes, you only need a couple. You don't need like a new phone, you don't need a new tattoo, you don't need anything like that. It's just your wants, and you can tell your mind, okay, I don't need this right now. I want to focus on my goals of traveling or doing whatever you want with your money at the time. So that's like the first step, basically, is saving money. I saved my money since I was 16 and I left when I was 19, so 3 years I saved my money. I always suggest saving $8,000 or more if you're going for a 2-month trip. And $8,000 is not a lot of money in Europe. It's basically if you're pitching pennies and you're doing the very cheap version where you're staying in hostels that are $20 or less a night. In my notes, I said you should budget at least $3,000 a month if you're on a tight budget. So like, we spent about, with airfare and everything, we spent about like $7,000 each, $6,000 each, with everything. So that's like airfare and food and flights, and I said flights already. Flights and Airbnbs and hostels and food, drinks, everything like that. That was all around $6,000, $7,000. So I always budget $3,000, but you need that cushion, that extra money, just in case you get stuck somewhere or in case you need it for something. God forbid something happens or anything. But like, I had to go to the hospital and I got a kidney infection and I was so scared it was going to be so much money, but I had that extra money just in case something would happen. So I did have that money, but thank God it wasn't any money, because Italians are amazing and they don't make you pay for healthcare at all. Anyways, this video is all about backpacking, not the glamorous way at all. This is about hostels that are $20 a night or under. It's not the prettiest. Like, there's some rough times. Hostels aren't always the greatest. Traveling on trains isn't always the greatest. The cheapest flights are not always the greatest. Like, this is a budget video for sure. So with that being said, obviously after you get the mindset of saving your money and putting that first for your budget, basically you're gonna want to make a route, or where you guys want to start, or where you want to start if you're doing this solo, where you want to start off at and what route you want to take. And this is more for Europe, and you can tweak it if you're going somewhere else too. But we first decided that we're going to start in Ireland. We went to 8 different countries, so we started in Ireland, then we went to Portugal. We flew from Ireland to Portugal, and then once we were in Portugal, we did all the train stuff. So I bought the Eurail pass. I looked into this just because we were planning on going city to city every 2 days, so we wanted to get a lot in our 2 months. If you're not going from like city to city to city, it's pointless to get because it's just a waste of money. But for us, it wasn't. It actually saved us money. After we decided our route and we got our plane ticket, like I was saying, we went to Ireland and then we flew from Ireland to Portugal. The flights from Ireland to Portugal are very cheap. Just when you're in Europe in general, it's very cheap. So we went from Portugal and then we took the train to Spain, and then we went from Spain to France, and then France to Italy, and then Italy to Austria, and then Austria to Switzerland, and then we went from Switzerland to the Netherlands, and that's where we flew out. Jade flew out a couple days before me. I stayed in the Netherlands for 10 days by myself, and I solo backpacked by myself, and that's for another video. We bought our ticket on Skyscanner. That is the app that I recommend for flights. It's really cheap. So we bought a one-way ticket from Jacksonville to Ireland, and it was only $420, which was really good. And then when we were in Europe, I was like, we should buy our ticket when we're in Europe because we don't know exactly where we're going to be stopping. So we decided while midway through, like a couple weeks in, we were going to fly out of Amsterdam because that's where we wanted to end the trip. So we flew out of Amsterdam because it's a very cheap place to fly out of. It was only like $480, I think, to get home. And then after we do the flights and everything, you need to get prepared. So backpacks, all the essentials. So obviously you're going to need a backpack. You're going to need hiking shoes, depending on where you go, unless you're just doing more of city walks and stuff. You just need a good pair of tennis shoes. So you just, whatever shoes you need. Microfiber towels are like a huge thing for hostels. What else? Also like packing cubes, that's like a must-have, and you can get a lot of stuff on Amazon, but for like backpacks, it's really good for REI. And then hint hint, once you come back from your trip and your backpack's still in good shape and you don't really want it anymore, you can return it if it's in good shape, and that's what we did. And we got like $150 back because those backpacks are expensive, and I was like, I'm not gonna backpack for a while, and then when I do want to backpack, I'll just get like a used one. So after that, then I would just talk about don't book too far ahead for your hostels because you meet amazing people and you want to journey with them. For example, like we were in Ireland, and I learned this from the start because a hostel that we were going to in our next city, I think it was like Cork or something, and I didn't get like the insurance on it, so you couldn't get your money back if you canceled it. Thank God it was only like $40 for 2 rooms or 2 beds in a hostel. But so I canceled it because we met amazing people, and they were like, we're going to this city, you should come with us, we should hang out, blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh, we were gonna go to that city the next week. So I ended up canceling it, and then I realized after that we shouldn't book too far in advance, so we didn't. So that's a good tip. And then also, don't eat out for every meal. Find a hostel that has breakfast included. That's a really good deal. I love that so much. We would just eat out for like lunch and dinner and have free breakfast, or sometimes they would have free dinners at the hostels. Like when we were in Rome, they had free dinner every night, which was amazing. Like it was such good homemade Italian pasta that we had, and bread and everything like that. That was really cool. Also budget the big things that you want to do. Like I wanted to go paragliding in Switzerland, which was a lot of money. It was like 180 francs, so it was like literally $180 because francs are like the same as dollars right now. So if you want to do like a sailing trip or something like that, just budget that out before you leave and make sure you have that money and that cushion that you want. What else? Just be open-minded and just, I don't know, love traveling. Like you're gonna experience so much when you travel, and just make sure that you're open-minded and you don't get stuck in a rut and like something bad happens, because it's bound to happen when you're backpacking. It's not bad, but it's just unfortunate, something that you didn't plan for, or like the complete opposite of what you planned for. It's gonna take you in a new direction, and it might be even better, and you might meet amazing people because of it. Like never regret anything. Like I got a freaking kidney infection when I was in Rome, and that sucked so much, but it made us stay later and meet different people, and it just made a better situation, I guess, from a worse situation. Like you just have to go with the flow when you're backpacking, for sure. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys today. If you want more, I know that was kind of all over the place. This is my first video, like getting used to it, but I do want to do other videos about like what to pack for 2 months, because we were very light with our packing, and then also like my solo trip. Like I want to talk more about that. But thanks guys for watching. Stay safe out there during this time, and we'll all get through this and save money. Bye.